friendos, and welcome in for another beautiful episode of the Something Always Nothing podcast, where we talk about something, but it's almost always nothing. I'm your host, Grim, and joined with me today, as usual, is my beautiful co host, King. Tell the folks how you're feeling
Yo,
today, King.
hello, welcome. Um, Grim,
What's up, brother
I
man?
have some exciting news.
Oh, yeah? Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, yeah. Guess why I'm excited though,
Is it aliens?
bro? You already know it is my favorite topic of all
I
time.
hit the nail on the head. All right, that's the usual go to guess. I'm glad it finally landed.
It's either aliens or coffee or aliens. And guess what we're talking about today?
Caffeinated aliens.
Caffeinated aliens. More so, they get their coffee on Mars, bro.
Oh, fire. Mars is lit. What's up with Mars?
Bro, I'm so glad you brought up Mars.
I mean, you brought it up, but okay, yeah. I got you.
All right. But first, before we get into anything, I just want to say welcome to the podcast, guys. This is episode 7. No, 6.
Technically,
Episode
yeah.
6.
Oh,
The
yeah.
theme of the episode is messages from the stars. Ooh.
Input X Files theme song there.
Yeah. Next scene. So, buddy, I'm excited. I love aliens. You know I love aliens. Anybody that
Yeah.
knows me knows I love aliens. And in this episode, bro, do we have aliens?
Yeah,
Mars.
man.
You brought up Mars earlier, or I brought up
You
Mars.
you brought it up, but yeah. We brought up Mars collectively.
So today, NASA had a special news conference. Okay.
Oh, dope.
They seemingly confirmed life on Mars. Bro.
Ooh.
Bro.
Ooh, for the 15th time, huh? But this is like an actual confirmation because every other time it's been like, oh, there's life on Mars, right?
Okay. It's less of a confirmation and more of a
Uh-huh.
possibility. Those are their words.
Okay, cool. I'm
uh,
glad we're still at the possibility phase, but like it's pretty obvious, right? Like we'd be pretty ignorant to think that we're the only intelligent life out there, so
I
that
mean,
makes sense.
according to NASA,
Yeah.
it all comes down to leopard spots.
What you mean by that?
Um, Leopard spots, bro. Like, there's leopard spots on Mars.
Of
Yeah.
like what, like X-ray footage of like anomalous life forms? What are we talking about?
Close. In reality, it is mineral deposits found in rock formations on Mars. NASA,
Ooh, oh.
I know, bro. I know. NASA had a conference today, a news
Mhm.
conference. So as of this episode, it is September 10th, okay?
Yeah,
2025.
yeah. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday. NASA had a news conference today. This is in response to a congressional hearing that was happening at the Capitol today, in
Uh-huh.
that the Pentagon and multiple other agencies basically came clean and said that, yes, we do have visitors. And yes, we are terrified. And no, we don't know what they are.
Oh, okay. That sounds very reassuring.
Bro, so in the press conference that NASA had today, they
Yeah.
shed some light on some images that were taken back in July 2024 of potential spots, leopard spots. More so, this came down to the Perseverance Mars rover program that was launched back in Trump's first term.
Okay.
The program came down to finding possible life on Mars. Seemingly so, confirming that in this crater, I'm trying to find in the Jezero crater, a place in Mars, there looked
Okay.
like there was some water billions of years ago. And so they sent the rover down there to seemingly confirm, and they took a bunch of pictures. the rover itself took a bunch of selfies, close to 400 selfies, bro.
Oh my god.
And then
Anything good in those selfies? Any duck face rover pics? Like,
bro, can you
rover
imagine just a rover just like throwing up a peace sign?
fire.
Well,
I'd subscribe to their Instagram.
one of the pictures that the rover took was of leopard spots, which baffled scientists. Basically, it came down to this, okay?
Yeah.
There was water once upon a time on Mars. The water since then evaporated, leaving behind deposits that were more or less left by microbial life on Mars, bro.
Ooh, tiny life.
Yeah, tiny itty bitty life.
So we got bacteria. All right, that's a start, I guess. You know, maybe that'll turn into dinosaurs in a few 100,000 years or something, and then we'll have something real talk about on Mars. I mean, I think it's funny you said that there's a name for the crater. It's like, so we're already naming crap on Mars. Look at us. Like, we haven't lost our colonist roots whatsoever. We're ready. Like, yeah, it's gonna be New York.
It is. It is in Jezero Crater, located in Chivaya Falls. Okay. I'm trying.
What's the zip code?
Bro, can you imagine? Imagine being the first person on Mars to have a zip code. Yeah.
That'd be pretty lit. I'd sign up for that.
I'd sign up for that.
Well, that's pretty cool news.
Yeah. So all these selfies were taken back in July 2024. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The rover then sent them here. We looked at them. We observed them. We said, like,
we're following.
We're following. We follow the news.
Yeah. If you guys want, you could follow the Something Always Nothing podcast if you like us more than Martian bacteria. We'd love that. We'd appreciate that.
I would dare say that I feel like the rover should follow us back. I'm just saying.
Honestly, yeah. Where's our follow?
Yeah,
for real.
Follow for follow. Come on, Mars rover. But
yeah, be a real one.
they were sending back messages from Mars to Earth. Isn't that crazy?
We were getting messages like literally from Mars. Like the bacteria is texting us back, like, who new phone, who dis?
Bro, it basically said, yo, you know, they took a selfie with the rover and we got back biopics. You know what I'm saying? Like
biopics, dude.
That's a nerd joke for all you guys.
We're getting unsolicited biopics from Mars.
Yeah, in the form of leopard spots.
My God, my wife's gonna see my phone one day and said, whose biosignature is this? Who is this?
It belongs to microbacteria, honey. Which I don't know about you, Grim, but if you're anything like Apple these days, you're probably getting those messages on your brand new iPhone 17 that's gonna come out.
Dude, if anybody could get messages from Mars, it would be Apple on those iPhones for sure. Wait a minute, you said iPhone 17?
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought up iPhone 17 once again.
Yeah, I'm glad I did too.
Bro, did you watch the new Apple event?
I'll be honest, I missed it. You might have to fill me in. I'm usually pretty good at catching them too.
Bro, they Apple had their event yesterday. Okay?
Yeah.
In the events, they announced the iPhone Air. Brand new iPhone, folks. We're getting a new iPhone.
What is the iPhone Air?
The iPhone Air is a spiritual successor to the iPhone SE, their budget phone.
Oh, the economy class one, yeah.
Well, I say specifically budget phone because the iPhone Air is not a budget phone. No, sir.
Okay.
Bob.
It's a follow-up to the economy phone, but it's not an economy phone.
Bro, the iPhone 17 is now considered the economy phone.
Jeez. Okay. What's the Air then?
The Air is the so Apple likes to rank they call it a tier system, right? You have the entry, you have the middle tier, and then you have the premium tier.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
the bottom tier is now the iPhone 17. Okay.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
The middle
That's kind of
tier
weird.
is now the iPhone Air.
Oh, but what's the difference? Why is this phone better? What makes it cost more?
Better is a loose term because
Right. Right.
aside from being a new iPhone, the
Mhm.
thinnest iPhone, okay, that's
Oh,
very important.
is that that's the caveat? Is that it's super thin?
It's
It's
super
one of
thin. It
okay.
has less cameras, okay,
Okay. All
but
right.
they
Haven't
they,
lost me.
they boast a more premium feel. So it's for those
So
that
it's less in general. It's smaller. It has less cameras, and they're charging more for it.
hey hey, if you're like Apple, less is more, buddy. Okay.
Okay. There's a reason none of us have iPod shuffles anymore, if you remember, right?
Don't you speak ill of the iPod Shuffle, okay?
Hey, iPod Shuffle got me through 8th grade, dude. I don't know where I would have been without it. So I got respect. I do.
Uh,
Just a little bit.
Along with the new iPhone, okay, they
Yeah,
announced a new iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max.
of course.
They announced new AirPods, bro.
Tight. Okay, what's special about the AirPods?
As as far as I can tell, from
Eh.
generational improvements, the big brand new shiny feature is the live translation. That means
Oh,
no, okay, so that means potentially you can be in the conversation with somebody who is speaking a different language than you, and you guys be able to fully communicate. Aside from the fact that you won't be able to speak their language, at least you'll be able to understand what they're saying.
bro, drill it into my ear right now. Let's get that Cyberpunk 2077 hardware going, dude. I want to be augmented out. I want them
Yeah.
both ears.
Are you an AirPods user?
No. I just recently got out of my like Apple iPhone stigma not even a year ago, and that was because of torrential peer pressure. Thanks, King.
I mean, peer pressure is Apple's biggest, shtick.
They
That's
get you
what
with
they.
that in FOMO for real, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, blue bubbles all the way. Blue bubbles all the way.
They know my weakness, unfortunately, and that's feeling left out.
It's crazy that like the war comes down to two colors, blue and green. You know?
Oh, Android and iPhone,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I remember you guys would give me flack for so long. Oh, your messages are green, bro.
Yeah, green.
I love green. Okay, it's a beautiful color. It's
It is a
majestic,
beautiful color. That is very true.
very
But
earthy. Yeah.
aside from the iPhone Air, the iPhone
Yeah.
17 and 17 Pro Max,
Mhm.
AirPods, they also announced a new Apple Watch.
All right. You can kind
I
of
mean,
like hit or miss me with that. What is there any solid improvements like that? Like the translator with the AirPods?
so they have what they call a hypertension sensor.
Buddy, I got
Bro.
hypertension too myself. I feel that. Yeah.
Bro, so many cool things. As far as I can tell,
Uh,
those were the top highlights, at least for me. Like, I am a pretty substantial, I would say, Apple user. I have the watch, I have the AirPods, the phone. You know,
regular company man, ain't you?
I, you
Wailing
know,
Utani synth you.
bro, I try to rep. You know.
I'm gonna keep an eye on you, Burke. Yeah, I see you.
Brag. Look at Grim dropping all these alien Earth Easter eggs.
A bishop, you are not.
Bro, I think I'm more of a Adam.
Oh, bro, are you kidding me? You're like through and through. You're a David. You're a David. You got some.
No.
Yeah, yeah. I see you. I see. You
Oh
can't hide from me.
man, poor
Nah.
poor David.
You'd be a Walter, like from Covenant, like the nicer version of David. Yeah, you'd be a heavy Walter.
Oh wait, maybe that's who I'm thinking of. That's his name was Walter.
Who'd you say the first time? Adam.
Adam.
He's in the new TV show. Walter is in. He is the David lookalike, the upgraded David model from Alien Covenant.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's just Michael Fassbender with an English accent. Yeah, it's great.
He does have an English accent, huh?
Well, part of him does, yeah,
Yeah.
for that specific movie. But I loved it. It's so good. Oh, it's actually funny that we're talking about the franchise Aliens.
Bro, I was just about to lead into that. Folks, we are reviewing episodes 5 and 6 of Alien Earth. If you have not watched episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, go back and watch our podcast. I mean, we did some reviews about it, right?
Yeah, we do pretty like solid breakdowns too, but I try for the love of God not to give you guys everything in the breakdowns, just to like encourage you to go out and watch it yourself, so you can kind of still watch ours and like use our pod as like almost a companion piece or an encouragement to actually go watch it.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We're
It's
gonna get into it today.
it's such a good show, guys. I highly encourage it. I mean, every episode has blown us away like consistently. But before we get into that, let me explain a little bit how we're gonna do it. Okay, so if you have not watched episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, this is a part of the episode where we encourage you to go watch the previous episodes of the show and of the podcast, because we did a review on it. I'm partial, but I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. I'd like to think so too. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. We're going to do a brief synopsis of each episode, and then we'll jump into spoilers to give you guys a chance to kind of mute us, turn the volume down, or just listen and go back and watch it.
Trust, it'll be brief too, because there's a lot we don't want to give away, and it's really hard, especially this late in the game. It's hard not to give away too much, because right, like tiptoeing around who's who and whatnot.
Yeah.
So okay, well, let's get us started. So this is a brief spoiler-free synopsis, I guess I would say, for episode 5. Episode 5 is called In Space, No One ... So episode 5 is, for all intents and purposes, it is an alien film within a 50-minute episode. It is the closest thing that you get to reliving the original 1979 classic within just 50 minutes, like I said. So plenty of death, destruction, mayhem, and if you've seen the first movie, honestly, that's all you really need to know about the spoiler-free synopsis. For anybody that hasn't seen the first film, I would call it, this episode is very akin to a slasher in space. Think of Halloween, Michael Myers in space with extra little experiments running around, right?
Yes, so good.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, that'll about do it for our spoiler-free. So we're going to throw up the spoiler tag here in a second. King, let me know when that guy's up.
I got you, buddy. I got you.
Perfect.
Okay, guys, we're going to be talking spoilers, episode 5. Okay, Grim, hit me. What do you got for me?
All right, let's get it. Okay, I'm excited. This is probably the best episode I've seen so far. We're going to talk about the next one that's definitely a candidate for that. But this one starts with, it's a 17-day flashback before the crash of the Maginot on Earth. We're seeing the crew get together. Morrow wakes up in a tube. He's woken up by one of the other crewmates named Clem. They're telling them that there's been a fire and some of the creatures have gotten out. The captain is dead and one of the other science officers incapacitated. They lead Morrow to the med bay, where you get to see, I think it's the first time we see what happens when somebody tries to take a face hugger off of somebody. There might have been other instances, but I think it's the most graphic one. So they tried to remove one of the face huggers from the captain, and in doing so, they cut its tail, and the tail spewed acid blood all over the captain. So bro's neck is just melted. Captain Dinsdale, I believe his name was, is dead. The science officer Bronsky has a face hugger on him, and he's still alive. So they actually end up transporting the science officer into a deep sleep cryo tube, so where he can just wait off the trip while they try to get him medical help when they get back. That does not go as planned, obviously, though, because the face hugger laid a chest burster inside him and eventually breaks out of its containment. Let's see. Morrow's also on an investigation because the ship has obviously been sabotaged. So we were kind of led to believe in the first couple episodes that Morrow might have been the one that sabotaged the ship to get the specimens, whatever. This is not the case. There is a secret little weasel on board, and it turns out some of you who saw our first episode 1 and 2 on Alien Earth might remember me saying like, "Oh yeah, there's a guy here with a Tom Selleck mustache," and I'm like, "Yeah, they kept the stash good." That guy that I mentioned from like the first episode, he turns out to be the saboteur who's secretly working for Prodigy, working for Boy Cavalier. Boy Cavalier knew all of this stuff was going to happen. He planned it from the get-go to have the ship crash in his territory. So while Bronsky is asleep in the cryo chamber, he gets a chest burster that pops out of him. They end up finding that later. Let's see what else. There's the medic, the like scientist medic lady who's checking on the creatures in the lab. The TSLS eyeball distracts her at one point to let the little blood leeches escape their confines. Little blood leeches go and like spew their babies in her water and stuff. So for like the majority, yeah, they're right. I know,
Oh.
dude. Because for the majority of the episode, this bottle of water becomes a smoking gun. You're like, who's going to drink out of it? When is it going to happen? And sure enough, somebody does. In the next scene, she is called the medic lady who is just with the creatures. She is called into the mess hall. They're having a meeting. I believe it's about the saboteur. And during the meeting, one of the mechanics, Malachite, ends up eating spicy, like super duper spicy food. You see him; he's just at one point pouring hot sauce all over his grub. He takes a really big bite. He starts tweaking out. Oh, it's so hot! And then he takes a swig out of Lady's bottle that has the babies in it. So smoking gun has been set, but now we have a second smoking gun. Now we're wondering when is what's going to happen to him happen. At this point, the xenomorph is fully matured. It kills Navigator Tang, which I remember we were talking about him in the first one. He's just like a really weird guy. He's a bald headed,
So weird.
uh, yeah, bald headed dude. The few times you see him, he's like staring at ladies in their cryo tube, dude. Just gives me the creeps. I kept expecting for him to be an android. I think you did too, but no, he's just a guy, and he gets ate by the Xeno pretty swiftly. They end up finding his body and telling the rest of the survivors like, yeah, it's a full on bloodbath right now. Let's see. After that, we get Petrovich is the guy, the Tom Selleck man that was actually the saboteur. He's full blown at this point, just trying to sabotage this plant so he can get the creatures down to Earth. And Boy Cavalier is going to give him a hybrid body, or at least he's saying like, "Oh, you might like, yeah, we might give you a body. Like it's not really all done yet, but yeah, sure." So that's his whole motivation for doing this is to try to get like a immortal android body. As we're going to see in the next episode, not quite immortal. But anyways, but besides this point. So Petrovich ends up killing Clem, which was the guy that woke Morrow up at the beginning of the episode. Actually, pretty nice kid. Like it sucked, dude, because this part actually had me like dying a little. Because Morrow is legitimately trying to save this kid. Like he keeps like pulling him around corners, like here, I got you. And Petrovich just shooting wildly. He wings the kid in the shoulder, and Morrow's like, hold on, no, I'll move you over here. Petrovich shoots, like hits the kid again, shoots the kid in the leg. It's like, oh, okay, all right, I'm gonna move you over here behind this pillar. It's like, you're safe here. You're safe. And then Petrovich shoots again and blows the kid's freaking face off. I was like, ah, he can't do anything right, Morrow. He was actually trying to help, so that part was kind of bummy. Yeah. So yeah, we get a lot of character development on Morrow. We see that he liked his friends on the Maginot. Like he might be company man through and through, but he's not a complete cold-hearted monster. Like he cared for these people to an extent. So we really get to see everything kind of come full circle with episode 5. Find out what actually happened on that ship. One of the last survivors is the now standing captain, Zaveri is her name, and she is the lady we actually see Morrow lock outside of the mother control room and then she gets devoured by the xenomorph in that famous scene, otherwise known as the Sugar Ray. Stupid. The Xeno comes like into frame, just like all slow and like smiling at the camera. Yeah. Yeah, and then the whole episode comes full circle, and we see Moro go into the he lets Zaveri die. He goes into one of the escape pods, and then bam, now we see how the whole thing on Maginot happened. So yeah, that was episode 5, guys. King, you gotta let me know, what did you think about this episode, dude?
Bro, I like that you mentioned the development of Moro because
Yeah.
they start off the season making him like the bad guy, like legitimately the bad
Mm-hmm.
guy. And in episode 5, we pretty much see that he's not that bad of a bad guy. Like he legitimately did try to protect his crew, and
Yeah.
he he came off very gruff and tough, but I mean
Mm-hmm.
he was kind of giving solid advice. He was basically saying like, yes, the priority is to protect the cargo, but let's do it in a smart way. And nobody listened to him. And yeah, you know,
No. I think the problem was that the new captain, Zaveri, she was very much so trying to do everything 100% in accordance to like her emotions and her feelings, whereas Moro thinks very analytical. And honestly, maybe if they had all taken him seriously and listened to every word he said, I think we would have had a few more survivors than just
I
Bro.
mean, he did try to save him. He told them what to do. They didn't listen. Moral of the story is listen to
The
Moro.
more the moral of the story. That's so dumb. I love it.
Yeah,
Uh,
what else? So many great things in that episode. I did like the captain. I was a little sad that, they did kill her. We saw them kill her in the first
very.
episode.
Mhm.
Uh, I thought she was fantastic.
Yeah,
Uh,
she would, like in a regular Alien movie. She would have been the leading lady easy.
yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
like that we got to see Boy Cavalier sort of uh, orchestrate
Coming.
things from behind the scenes and see that.
Yeah.
And up until this episode, he's been portrayed as a eccentric kind of uh, what's the word, jokery type of guy. But
He is Mark Zuckerberg on crack.
up until this episode, yeah. And in this episode, he came off very sinister. Like,
Mhm.
at one point, he tells him, the guy asked him, what happens if I die? He's like, well, that kind of sucks for you. Don't do that.
Right? Sucks to suck.
Yeah. So,
Okay, I
yeah,
love that.
I very much enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, oh my god, I thought this episode was amazing. We gotta give it some chicken buckets before we move on to the next one.
I
Like, this is easy for me, man.
That's
I think it's easy for you
yeah.
too, right?
Five out of five chicken buckets, hands down.
5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. This was a flawless episode. This could have been a short film,
Yeah.
and nobody would have been able to tell that it was like part of like this whole this whole like TV show. This is amazing, incredible. It stands on its own.
They did a movie in an hour.
Yeah,
Like they did a mini
50
movie.
minutes, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Right, with 5 minutes of credits. So
Yes.
imagine. Yeah, this you already said it. I'm gonna say it if it isn't obvious. It's a 5 out of 5 chicken buckets. Like holy chicken buckets. They were blessed by the new Chicagoan Pope.
Chicken buckets. He blessed them with chicken buckets.
Bless my chicken buckets. All right.
So,
All right. So let's
uh,
move on to episode 6.
Episode 6. Yes, hit me. What do you have?
Yeah. All right. Let's make sure our spoiler tag is off. It's not going to be off for long, guys. Sorry.
Okay. Spoiler tag is back on. Yes.
Oh, take it off. Take it off. I gotta see
Okay.
the
Spoiler tag is back off. Hit
for
me,
like
Grim.
5 seconds, guys. All right,
me-
spoiler-free synopsis.
Yes.
We go back to Neverland in this episode. A whole lot of science. We get a pretty pivotal death. Some freaky alien gooey stuff. Some lying. Some plans being made in the background by some pretty big banger characters. Like this is a really good episode. It's really chunky. It's not even like super actiony like episode 5 where like there's just you're always on your toes. This one I think you're on your toes for different reasons, and like oh my god, it's fantastic. I don't think we should wait before we get into it. So that was quick, guys. Told you. That was quick. All right.
Okay,
Let me know.
spoiler tag is up, guys. If you have not watched episode 6, now's your chance. Mute us, turn us down, go watch the episode, and come right back.
All right, friendo. So we're gonna blow through this one because a lot happens, but not a lot happens. Make that make sense. Okay. So, like I mentioned, we're back at Neverland Research in this one. Last episode we saw Wendy communicating with her brother's baby lung xeno, a little xenomorph that came out of her brother's lung after they removed it after it had gotten pierced by a xenotail. So yeah, she's full on communicating with this little guy, and we get to see like the stages of the xenomorph life cycle, and it is fantastic, dude. It's fascinating. It's so cool. We see him go from a little baby bro to like an adolescent Zeno. Like it's tiny, it's very meek, it's freaking cute, dude. He's just
Bro,
a little guy. He's a little guy.
we
He's
got
one
we
little.
got the wonder years of a xenomorph.
We got the Fred Savage Zeno.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's freaking adorable. Yeah, and we slowly see him grow. Grow up throughout this episode. So yeah, we see Wendy communicating with it. You know, making her little. Her little. I'm gonna get better at those. I'm gonna learn to speak. I'm gonna learn to speak.
Learn to speak
So,
xenomorph.
yeah. And then we also get. I believe we mentioned last episode that Nibs, one of the Lost Boys, one of the hybrids, she thought she was pregnant in the last one. So the way that the doctors decide to deal with, they decide to erase the trauma from her memory, which proves to be pretty well. It's going to prove to be pretty disastrous. So yeah, poor Nibs. She doesn't have any choice. Dame Sylvia and Arthur, her husband, are the two scientists overleading this. And Arthur does not want to do it. He straight up refuses. Dame Sylvia, his wife, is like, "No, I'll do it." So Arthur gets fired there on the spot. And like, I'm like, damn, wow, she cold blood. Dame Sylvia is
That's
like dropping for me as a
cold-blooded,
character.
yeah.
I don't like her at all, and that's only a testament to the actress and how well she portrays this character. She's very much so a reluctant, a mother that doesn't on the surface appear reluctant, but she is entirely like just wants nothing to do with responsibilities behind all of this. So yeah. Poor Nibs gets her memory from that night aboard the Maginot erased, so they didn't give her any option. Arthur is fired, but we won't see him packing up his stuff until later. After this, though, we get a pretty cool meeting. We get some bureaucracy between Boy Cavalier and Prodigy Company and Miss Yutani and Wayland Yutani. This is a really interesting scene because they are negotiating Miss Yutani getting her ship back from Boy Cavalier in the city New Siam. And this is pretty funny because now we know that Boy Cavalier actually engineered this ship crashing into a city. He didn't care about the thousands of people that died when they crashed, but he's bringing this all up in the meeting, like, oh, this is, how do I know that you weren't trying to make a terroristic attack on us, basically? Like, and you just know it's all BS. And Miss Yutani, the actress who plays her, she's so good because I loved her in this scene, man. She was holding her own ground, and you could see the smart wheels, like just kind of rotating in her brains. So they actually end up they negotiate for Yutani to get all her ship back and get all the specimens aboard the ship back for $20 million, I think it was. And the only caveat is that she thinks oh, I'm winning. Okay, fine.
That was billion with a B. 20
oh, was
billion.
It billion?
Yes.
Boy, god damn. Yes, a lot of money. So yeah, you think, oh, this problem's gonna solve itself. He's gonna return everything back. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Then he pulls the Uno reverse card on her and is like, well, actually, these creatures need to be under quarantine as by law. They need to stay with me for 6 weeks until I can relinquish them back to you. And so immediately she knows she's been played. So now this amplifies the plans for her to send Moro and a strike team to go retrieve those eggs, right? So yeah, that. Oh, sorry. We almost skipped this part. What introduced us to this scene was Tessellate by Alt J, which is a dope song. Don't get me wrong. I freaking love Alt J. Left hand, right, and freaking breeze block. Yeah, Alt J's fire. fire, but it was just a little jarring, in the middle of a scene, just hearing Alt J out of nowhere, So I think a lot of these musical choices that they've been making would be infinitely times better if they were the instrumental versions of those tracks. So you're still getting that feel, that vibe from that like 90s rock you're trying to get, Noah Hawley, but you're not completely taking everybody out of the universe. When I hear Godsmack screaming in my ear after a xenomorph, like, freaking eat somebody's face or something, I don't know, it's a little jarring. I think you agree with me on that, right?
I do, because I remember when I first heard I think it was episode 3 where they're going back to Neverland, and it's just an ill-timed guitar riff. I'm like, what is this? This is the only thing.
Yeah.
This is the only thing making it TV. Like if they were just to take out the music and just keep the instrumentals, like I don't think I'd have a single complaint about this show.
No. Yeah. And it's hard for me to even complain about the music because like it's all music I like too, but yeah, I definitely get where you and I'm sure a ton of other people are coming from, where it takes you out. It really does. So yeah, we get that cool scene though. Like the whole meeting itself is pretty awesome. You really get to see how this corporate world works behind the scenes. So after this, we go back to the lab. Kirsch is with Boy Cavalier. They're like on a plane somewhere, and he calls Isaac, otherwise known as Toodles, one of the Lost Boys, one of the hybrids, and asks him to go feed and water the aliens. And Toodles goes and does said thing. And as he's like feeding these aliens, you can tell him he's being a little too like chill, like with the fact that he's feeding essentially deadly predators.
He was just happy to be there, man. Poor Isaac. He was just happy
knocking
to
on
be
the
there.
doors. Hey guys, you want to eat? I got you some food. Like what a sweet kid, Like I really like this character. I know he's been in some other stuff, but it's the first time I've seen him. He does great with what they give him.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, poor Toodles, Isaac, when he goes to open one of the feeding doors for one of the newer, alien insects, he accidentally breaks the door, which is kind of crazy. $1 billion lab with all this high-tech equipment, and a feeding door breaks. So instead of using his brain and not going in there, he opens the freaking door just completely and goes like in there to feed them. He puts the food in, and then he accidentally locks himself in. Like, oh, I was screaming, King, dude. And yeah,
I love that scene. The Tia Salas. Also, the Tia Salas is like
it's in the next room.
The alien counterpart to Boy Cavalier, in my opinion. Bro.
Oh, really?
I love the Tia Salas.
Yeah, Tia Salas is pretty awesome, but it's not in the room that Isaac's in. It's right next door. So the Tia Salas is eyeing him, but what's actually happening is that there's a little hive in the corner of this room, and out of that little hive comes just the grossest freaking fly bugs, like alien flies you've ever seen. They're like fat, they're chunky, they're juicy. They got some meat on them bones, cartilage. Yeah, one of them lands on Isaac's arm, and he's like, "Oh, hey, little buddy, oh, hey, we chill." And sure enough, the thing just starts spitting acid right into my boy's face. Like, and at first I was like, "Oh, he's just wipe it off." No, it starts melting Isaac's face. Like this poor dude. Like I hated this part.
So like that scene with Isaac and the, what do we call them? The fly bugs. The
they don't really. I don't think they really have names. Let's call them the alien flies right now. Yeah, they're just alien flies.
Which I will say that we don't see up until this episode. So this is the first time we're seeing these bugs. They hint at them in the posters, but this is the first episode where we actually get to see what they look like and what they do. And poor Isaac, bro, when he was distracted by the Tia Salas, which is in the next room. Keep in mind these are glass doors, so that, like, they can see everything. The Tia Salas can see everything. Yeah, dude. Poor Isaac. R.I.P.
Yeah, dude, this sucks. So yeah, his face gets melted off, and you see like the flies, like like eating up the little bits that are melting off. And I guess we find out later that they're actually those flies are attracted to minerals, so that could very well explain why they went for my boy with the synth body, which super sucks. But anyways, next scene, We get Joe approaching Arthur in his lab as Arthur is, packing up to leave because he got fired. He got canned, so now he's got a dip. And as he's getting ready to go, he waves Joe over and he's like, "Here, come look, you." Because Joe comes in asking questions about his sister, and bro's like, "Here, I'll show you. Like, we try to take really good care of them, blah blah blah." And as he walks over and looks at what Arthur's typing, Arthur actually types, "What you need to get her out of here," and then boat code, blah 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 blah. So he's like, you need to get your sister in dip. It's the boat code. Get out of here. And then Joe's has to be like quiet because there's cameras everywhere. They're watching them. And Joe's just nodding along, like, yeah, okay, it looks like she's doing good or whatever. And then Arthur also types in, what was it? He types in, oh, he deactivates the surveillance on all of the hybrids. So he turns off like their eye cameras. So they can't be monitored, that their GPS locators or whatever are deactivated. And this is how he finds out that Toodles, the Isaac, it says that he's offline. So immediately he's like freaking out, like, what? How? There's no way. So he goes to the lab to investigate, where he runs into Slightly. Now, if anybody remembers us talking about Slightly, if you've already seen the show, then you know that Slightly is currently being manipulated by Morrow to steal one of the alien xenomorph ovomorph eggs and implant somebody with one of the ovomorphs and hide them until Morrow can come get the body so he can bring, a fresh Xeno baby back to Utani. And this is where Slightly and Arthur run into each other, and Slightly goes into the lab with Arthur, and that's when Arthur finds Isaac on the floor with his face all melted. So he opens the door and he's trying to pull Isaac out. And what you don't see in the background is that Slightly has opened the ovomorph pod container and has let a face hugger free. My boy Arthur, dude, he was honestly just trying to be a good person, and it sucks. It sucks what happens to Arthur, because next you see Slightly exiting the room. Arthur, knowing that something is up, hearing the noises, and tries to exit the room and is begging and pleading with Slightly, this hybrid, to let him out. Slightly says, they have my mom, they're threatening my family. Arthur says, I have a family too. And the sad part is that he doesn't really, because him and Dame Sylvia can't have kids. So like, I don't know if this was just like a last ditch attempt to save his life, but honestly, he didn't deserve this, because next thing you see is an ovomorph attaching itself to Arthur's face. And that is it for Arthur. He is on the ground. He's KO'd. Slightly comes in the room and drags him into an air vent, where as he is dragging him, one of the flies comes out. It's funny, this is how I knew they weren't going for the hybrids, because the fly only comes out again after Arthur is incapacitated and Slightly is back in the room. And the fly tries to get Slightly, but he pulls Arthur, hides him away. And
That's interesting. Yeah.
yeah. So I noticed that. Little detail. Like, why didn't it just attack him? So it closes out this episode is that you actually see that Kirsch, of all people, has been monitoring this entire thing, dude. He knew that Isaac had gotten killed, and he saw Slightly. He's been monitoring Slightly this whole time, so he knows that he's been working with Morrow. So what the hell is Kirsch's plan here? Because he sees everything I just described unfold. And then after this, we get another scene of Wendy communicating with her brother's little baby lung Zeno. And we see that this thing has gotten much bigger now. It is like either full, I'm pretty sure it's like a teenager at this point. It's pretty big. And we're definitely getting big hints that Wendy and this Zeno they're gonna be teaming up, because this thing, she's full on talking to it, dude. It's so cool. So good. I've never seen anything like it in the Alien franchise, other than like, I think Alien Resurrection, they had the Brad Dourif like trying to like talk to the Xenos through the glass and like trying to kiss it and stuff. What a weirdo. Love that movie. But yeah, okay. So that's Alien Earth episode 6, and what a banger it was.
Such a great episode, dude. Like,
Yeah,
such a good episode.
legitimately fantastic. For this one, like, I'd unabashedly give this another 5, another 5 out of 5 chicken buckets. I was engrossed the entire time. I couldn't rip my eyes off the screen. Just everything fascinated me. This is an amazing show. Like, I'm so glad we got this.
Bro, they are in the full swing of things. I mean, it looks like they're gearing up for war, Utani versus Prodigy in the next
Mhm.
episode, which that's exciting. Maybe we'll get to see some Xeno on Xeno action, even more exciting.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, because now we have two. We have
there's two.
the Arthur's baby and Joe's lung baby. So yeah,
Yeah.
ooh.
And bro, this episode had like very serious ramifications. We lost two characters. Boy Cavalier pretty much said, "We won. You kind of have to, take it as it is." To Utani. I mean,
Yeah.
so many things happened this episode. It's just fantastic. Love this episode.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it feels like not a lot happens, but because in that sense, because they're on the island for all of it. But so much happens, character development and plot wise going forward. So 7 and 8, the proverbial shit is going to hit the fan, my friend. It's gonna be good. I can't wait.
Yes, I'm very excited for it. Before we close out this episode, Grim, I want to hit you with a arguably a very interesting question. I
Yeah.
want you to give me your favorite non-human character and your favorite humanoid character.
I like how you put that. I like how you put that
Yeah,
humanoid.
like
That was very well. That was very well said. Okay, this is gonna be pretty darn easy for me. I think the non-humanoid might be a little bit more difficult. So my favorite humanoid character is Kirsch all the way, dude. Timothy Oliphant, I think, plays him so well.
so
I want more Kirsch models going forward, like in other Alien franchises. Like, oh, okay, now this is Kirsch, 3.0. This is the new updated model. Just more Timothy Oliphant in the Alien
yes.
universe. Yeah. So that one's easy for sure. Give me your first humanoid, and then we'll do our non together.
First humanoid. That's I've been thinking about this one.
Yeah.
At first, it started off with Boy Cavalier, and then it became Moro in the subsequent
Ah,
episodes. But
yeah, I love
yeah,
that.
but now I think I'm back to Boy Cavalier after that bureaucracy scene that he had with Utani. I love his character. I love what the actor does with Boy Cavalier. Just so blatant, in your face disrespect. I love it.
I mean, I am inclined to disagree in the sense that like I hate him, but agree in the sense that like Samuel Blanken plays him so good that he's
So
like so easy to hate, and
yeah,
that's great. Yeah. Yeah. I can't really argue with that. That's a good pick.
yeah,
Let's see for like non humanoid.
yes.
I know this is a cop out in a show called Alien Earth, but I think it might be the alien, the xenomorph. I mean, and specifically Joe's lung xenomorph, the one that Wendy has been communicating with, because this is the first time I believe, aside from like a little bit of Romulus, that we see like almost the complete life cycle of a Xeno, from embryo to chest burster to like adolescent chest burster to like baby Xeno to teenage Xeno, dude. Like, wow, that's been
Teenage
so
Zeno going through his emo
yeah.
phase.
All right, crawling in my skin. You don't understand me, mom.
Yeah.
You don't understand me. I just want to eat faces.
Bro, this thought just came to me.
Huh?
We're gonna potentially be getting 3 xenomorphs. Because yeah.
What's the third?
Arthur's xenomorph.
Yeah, that's the second one. What's
Yeah.
the first and
The
second
first
then?
one was
Because
the
we
one
have
that Wendy took out, remember?
we're counting our dearly
Yeah.
departed boy.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like actively alive for the finale. Like we were gonna have like a triple threat Zeno clash. No, it looks
I
like it's
mean,
gonna be a 1v1.
who knows? In the final episode, we may even get potentially even more xenomorphs.
Yeah,
Obviously,
there's still a lot of face huggers in those containers.
there's
You're
still a
right.
lot of humans available.
Dude, we got a lot of humans
We got a
available,
lot of
honestly.
humans.
Like all the security, all the potential Whalen Yutani invaders that we're gonna get next episode. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're right. The body count gonna be high, and I'm so excited.
So exciting.
7 and 8 are gonna smack. It's just gonna be nonstop anarchy, and I'm so ready for it.
Yes. Okay. Let me see. Let me hit you with my favorite. Uh,
I
I,
think I
I,
know.
I can tell you my least favorite alien
Huh.
is the bugs. Those freaking they could have saved those honestly for like the
Ugh.
very end. Those things are nightmare fuel.
Those are gross, dude. Yeah, the
Dude.
flies.
Yeah. No, but I gotta give it to my boy, the T.R. Sellers.
Right. I see you.
I'm a T.R. Sellers fan through and through. Can't change my mind.
How did this show make an eyeball like one of the primary antagonists? I'll never know. And it works. It
Yes.
works. That eyeball is so disturbing, and it has like personality. It has intellect. You just want to know what it's gonna do next. I want to see like just a spin-off of just the TSLs. You know, I want to know where it
Yes.
came from. How does it breed? Ooh, how does it breed? Ooh.
Does it have little, you know, brothers and sisters and a mom and dad T.R. Sellers? Like,
yeah, is there a TSL's queen?
oh, bro. Yeah, no, I want to see more T.R. Sellers for sure.
Oh, we're on the same boat there.
Okay, folks, let me see. Oh, that was a wrap on episodes 5 and 6. If you guys have not watched it, watch it back. It's such a good show. It's only getting better. You know, I'm very curious as to where they take it. Very excited.
Take my money, Disney. Take my money.
Disney, bro. It says Disney property. That still blows my mind.
I know, right? The Xenomorph Queen is a Disney princess. Ooh.
Yes. But episodes 7 and 8, when they come out, you better believe we'll be doing a review of those. We're still working on a Lilo and Stitch movie review for you guys, so that'll be out soon. Make sure you keep an eye out for it. But I would say that about wraps up our episode. Grim, final thoughts?
Yeah, for sure, brother, man. Final thoughts? Can't wait to see you guys in for the next one. I love the show. I love talking about it, especially love talking about it with you guys. So, yeah, man. Till next episode.
Yes, I'm so excited. Guys, that wraps up our episode. If you are not following the Something Always Nothing podcast, we are everywhere. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. We're on the YouTube. We're on there. We're on Twitch, which is probably where you guys are watching.
We're on Tinder too. That was a wink.
For folks that are listening, Grim was winking. He was winking. Send in your applications. Follow him.
Okay. The link will be posted in
the link is coming. The link is coming. If you are not following us, drop us a follow. If you like our video, drop us a like. If you are not subscribed, hit us with that sub. We want it. We need it. Yes.
Hip thrust that like button.
Press that like button. Press it hard. And leave us a comment, because we like reading those. I love to read comments. Yeah.
I only like the bad ones, though.
Send those to Grim. I like the good ones. But guys, until next time, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for watching the Something Always Nothing podcast. Bye.
This is Fire.